And a very, very warm welcome along, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome into Cerdic, to Paul Anthony, to the lovely Gemma Barnes, to Tom Fanto, to the wonderful Gordon Hall, to the lovely Malik Kibar, to the fantastic Royal Northern. I'm running out of synonyms here. To the amazing Royal Cayman, to the absolutely stupendous D1, and to the indescribable Dante Malik, because I've run out of synonyms. How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a great week so far. We've not been together since Monday, with the absolute hot mess that was the Protein Kecleon run. That will be coming back soon. We're going to do a redo. I think we need Ancient Power for that run, but for now, we've got to move on to Camerupt. New vague starting screen here. Now we have joined the 21st century, because we can have this and then bring the graphics up. Absolutely useless, but pretty to have nonetheless. Now, Numel and Camerupt, Gen 3 Pokemon, living their best life in Gen 2. This is going to be an interesting run, so I'm going to get the timer going. And we're going to see how well we get along. It could be one for the long haul. We have the 4 times weakness to water, and the rival will have it for 4 of his 5 battles. At the moment, though, we've only got Tackle and Growl. We're getting Ember at level 11. And that will be quite a benefit when we get Ember. Especially all those early game grass types. Now, we have already consumed the berry, which is a little bit concerning, as we're only 2 battles in. I'm not sure which Gen 3 moves we have, but I think we do have Eruption in maybe question mark. I made this backport back in September, but I never got around to playing it. Now, you may notice when the Camerupt sprite comes up that it looks really janky. And that's because it looks really janky in Gen 3, and we just did a straight copy of the Gen 3 sprite style. In the meantime, we are just going to keep getting these levels. Unfortunately, we're in the medium-fast experience group, which is one of the slowest at the start. But as soon as we get to level 11, the run will speed up. We're going to invest a little bit of time now grinding. Shouldn't have done it against the Weedle, really, because we could have got poisoned. We were going to do the run on Hump Day, but my tummy has been so bad. So the plan was initially to stream this yesterday, but I've had a bit of a Crohn's flare-up. And it's still not great now. So there may be a couple of BRBs, as it were. I'm also expecting a delivery midstream, because that's the way life goes. And is it me, or are we getting a little bit of lag when we're entering battles? I'll have to see if that's just a thing, or if it's me gaslighting myself into believing that. But welcoming everybody else who's joining in mid-run. We're at the very beginning. I hope it gets better soon. I didn't help my cause yesterday by having some very nice Lindt chocolate, but my goodness, my tummy does not appreciate that. The joys of having a lactose intolerance as well. Sometimes you've just got to have some chocolate. Yeah, there's absolutely a delay there when we're sending Pokemon out. I'm not sure why either. Never mind. We will make do with it. I'm assuming it's the cry length is set to very long. That's my first hunch here, so we're getting Jinx levels of cries. Mint chocolate is very nice. We fainted. We fainted at Rival 1. That's not how this battle was supposed to go. We're missing again. Can't believe we have to actually use this berry. Cadbury's chocolate's nice. I didn't like when they reshaped the dairy milk. Goodness, about 15, 16 years ago now. I dread to think how long I've accidentally made this cry. I probably did just copy the Jinx one. That's something I hadn't considered with backports. We'll have to see if it happens on Camerupt as well. I really hope your sister feels better soon, Joel. It's very nasty. I'm fortunate enough to never have been hospitalised with my flare-ups. They've always been the right side of just about getting by at home. Welcome in, Mario. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I want to have a look at our base defense. Only 40 for the base defense. Welcome in, Snow. How are you? How is work if you're in work today? If you're not in work today, how's home? I'm getting the hump with this already. We keep missing tackle. I hate tackle. I'm glad home is good. Oh no, you're hospitalised while watching the stream? That doesn't sound very positive, especially with you moving in a month. I suppose it's better to get it out of the way now than later. Last thing you'd want is your move messed up. Working from home today is always good. I'm in the very fortunate position that I'm able to work from home every single day. A Camerupt sprite will look very, very janky, Paul. I'm not sure if you're on a little bit of a delay, but Camerupt sprite will be one of the jankiest backport sprites we've ever had. My reaction when I saw in testing yesterday to make sure I was happy with the sprites is, where the hell is the rest of Camerupt? And then I double-checked the Gen 3 sprite, and it's exactly the same. I couldn't do a job with physical work. Gonna have to use another potion. This is a very weak Pokemon. Far weaker than I expected it to be so far. But we shall get by. Level 9. Can't believe we've had 2 resets already, though. And that was the rival we weren't supposed to be worried about. Falkner absolutely will be unfun, but we'll get through. Flamigo, we've got a backport of that made up. I do use GameHook for my content, and fortunately I'm in a position where it won't affect my content. Everything is backed up. Everything is still working properly. I tested it on a different PC yesterday to see if it still works from scratch, and it does. So we don't have anything to worry about that. It is very, very sad that GameHook has closed, though. There's our first poison. And we're out of PP. Goodness sake. That was player error. We don't need to antidote. However, we will need to come back onto this route. This normal, goodness me. Not great vibes from it at the start. Our hidden power type today, by the way, is electric. We're doing that for the water types. I decided electric over rock because I thought over rock, over grass. So I thought we could get better coverage on the flying types as well, and that might help us out with Lance. But this is going to be one of those runs, I think. Hopefully speeding up a little bit later. But for now, it's going to be slow and steady. Oh, what was the name of that kids' TV program that had the train that went, I think I can, I think I can. That's what I'm thinking about at the moment. Falkner will see the super effective for Mud Slap, so he should use it. Whether he does or not is a different matter. I really hope that's the name of the kids' TV program and you're not just hurling an insult. The little engine that could. 2 of you have said it, so I'm going to assume that's it. Thomas the Tank Engine was the one that was narrated by Ringo Starr. I had a viewer actually email me. First ever email from a viewer. I'm not going to name them because they wanted to remain anonymous, but at the very end of the email, they said that they thought I could narrate the first few seasons of Thomas the Tank Engine. And even though I'm on paper supposed to dislike Liverpool, I still took it as a compliment. Claire's Kingdra will be a problem, but we'll have Sunny Day by then. So we will at least be able to set up the sun against the thunder-waving Dratinis, or Dragonair, I should say. And, of course, because we are part ground type, the thunder waves won't hit us. We still have a paralysis risk with Dragon Breath, but that's at least not guaranteed. My trouble is I cannot read off a script. That's why all my content's unscripted. Because otherwise it would just sound horrific. Liverpool FC are playing today in Prague. Well, good luck to both teams. I'm not going to take sides there. A Ladybird run. We were talking about that in the comments, actually, a couple of days ago. It is in the works. I just want to make sure that I do Ladybird justice. There we go. We have Ember. We're now going to beat up some Bellsprout in Sprout Tower. Apologies to Sprouts if they're listening in on that. It has to be done. Sprouts being one of the lovely mod team here. Alright, let's take on these Elders. It's time to ignite some plants. Yep, we are burning down Sprout Tower, as Adrian says there. Get the Parlors healed, just in case we get stun spored at any point along the way. Although I have realised that Pokemon Center heals quite often are far, far quicker than bag heals. I discovered that on the Blissey run, when the health bar, you had time to go to the loo. In the time it was re-healing itself. Looking probably 12.5 for the beginning of Falconer's Gym. We might scrape a level 13 for Falconer's Gym. But our speed isn't great, is it? Only 18 in speed now. Base speed of 35. We'll get that potion. We've used enough of them for me to need to pick that one up. Jin is done. Who is next? Sage Neil. Hopefully we won't be kneeling down to him, and we will defeat him in one. It is nice having super effective moves. If you check the Gen 3 overlay, goodness, you can tell what I've been talking about a lot lately. If you check the Gen 3 learn set, I believe it's just Camerupts that learns overheat. Please do trust the process with the backports. But I have been busy making an overlay. Those people in Discord know of one overlay I've been making, but I lie, I've been making 2 overlays. One for an upcoming video that's coming very, very soon, which will probably be the next video because we're halfway through the deck, so I want to do something special. And then we also have an overlay for a different game. Still a Pokemon game, I hasten to add, but a different game. It just depends on how horrible Falconer wants to be then, Snow. A Sandile run, I could definitely look into that. I don't know too much about Sandile. I had one on my first black team. Goodness, how long was that? 13, 14 years ago. But I've not really played with one since. I have been working on getting more abilities in. They are really fun, actually. I want to do an Iron Fist run with Ledian. Because I think that might push Ledian's time up quite significantly. Yes, just 5 more levels until we get to Magnitude. Now, I do want to put a berry on here just to be safe. Mega Evolutions, they are something we can try and work out how to do, but it's very difficult to do. We one-shot the Pidgey there, that's a very good start. And he's going for Gust, and we two-shot. Fantastic, thank you, Falconer. 12:38. In which case, I'm going to assume that Past Me from 6 months ago put Eruption in as Camerupt's move. We'll soon see when we evolve. Once again, I've forgotten what time, what level Camerupt evolves. We will find out together. Solo Magikarp run. That one is one that will be coming in the Little Cup series, which will be starting in the next few months. I'm still going to get the Perscure Berry just in case. That might come in handy for Karen's Vileplume. And in the meantime, we're going to start beating up some trainers down here. Youngster Gordon may or may not get a day off today because we are 4 times weak to water and I absolutely do not want to get soaked. Same level as Piloswine. That makes me feel very dumb because I've forgotten what level Piloswine evolves at. I've done so many runs. A Lake from Rival 2 is a good idea, but I probably wouldn't use it there. Because you only get 1 Perscure Berry on the easy routing. You can get a second Paralyzed Cure Berry, but that involves going south after Claire. Level 33, thank you. It's been one of those days. When you have a Crohn's flare-up, you also have a little bit of brain fog. I'm just lucky that I'm still having the ability to get some words out, and half of them are making sense. Ooh, nice burn there on the horn attacking Nidoran. Yes, Pidus1 evolves whilst knowing Ancient Power, and we do have the coding in place for evolving when knowing a move. So we can do that at some point. Hello, youngster. You know what, we won't battle him, but we'll say hello to youngster Gordon and we won't make eye contact. I hope you have a lovely day, Gordon. That goes to both youngster Gordon and Gordon in the chat. I got what you meant there, Tom. Are there any Pokemon I don't look forward to playing? Plenty. We all know my feelings about the Hoppip line. The Hoppip line can get in the bin. Good morning, Seth. How are you? The run's going, that's for sure. Not very well, but it's going. We're doing the thing and we're playing the game. No, we don't want to battle him. I said we don't want to battle you. Please leave. We'll get the goodness gracious Great Ball there. We've had 2 resets, both at Rival 1. So we're igniting a coughing for our misery there. That's Bill done. Let us now take on this one. Welcome in, Dr. Chops. How are you? June Part 2, I hope it's a very good film. I've done Lickitung twice, and both times I have been so unhappy with the run that I'm going to redo it for a 3rd time. That's partly because the font has changed on the overlay as well. What do we think of this font? I've been running it for a little while now, and I really like it. I think it's clearer to see its smaller resolutions. I'm not doing too badly, thank you. A little bit of tummy issues, so we are going to try our best to get through them. Alright, into the forest we go. We're going to catch a Paras and a Psyduck, and then we'll move on. I'm glad you like the font, Snowy. It is called Museo, if anybody is interested. Museo 700 is the main font weight. Coughing's already recorded. That's coming out soon. I think in 2 or 3 videos' time, maybe. Yes, I was there when you did Lickitung Snow. It's not a fun run, is it? The evolution level is 33. We are trusting Tom Fanto there, and I absolutely implicitly trust Tom Fanto. Coughing is a goat. Nice profile picture there, Alan, with the wheezing profile picture. We will be seeing Coughing very soon, and I think we'll all be pleasantly surprised with that run. I don't want to give too much away. It was played back in January. I've just not got round to editing it yet. We have this interesting video coming up soon that's going to be a slight change of the regular formula. Oh, God, it does say go hump, doesn't it? That's not an instruction. In the meantime, we are going to get a Paras eventually. We'll get an encounter eventually. I don't have a repel on, but look at this! Goodness me, all that for an Oddish. I do like Oddish. We've got Blossom's run coming out in that batch of recordings as well. I like streaming at this time because I know a lot of people enjoy waking up to the stream. It's good to see that you're one of those people, Seth. Now, if you are here and you are subscribed, please could you double check your notifications, because I've had a couple of people say that they're not getting notified about my content. Paras is very shy today. We've seen a plethora of ducks, but no Paras. This is why we are considering rerouting the HM friends. Hump responsibly, advice for life there. That's another Oddish. But yes, we are considering having a mix-up of the HM Friends band. We could be getting Double Duck. I know I speak Double Dutch a lot of the time, but this is Double Duck instead. If anyone's got any interest... There we go. I just need to complain, and then eventually the Paras comes out. As soon as I get an idea in my head of what we could do to fill the time, Paras is like, hi, I'm here. And we are just going to do a hard save here, not a sard have. We're going to quickly swap to the thumbnail. And we're going to close the content because we're going to reset the time. because we want it to be back on daytime. That just means I need to do that, and presumably GameHook has closed itself as well, so we do that, and then it's as if nothing has happened. We get the fancy bit with the overlay again, and we're going to set the time back to daytime. That's so that we can do a little bit of grinding here in the forest. So we'll unpause the timer at 16:11, and we will go and start igniting a bunch of bug types. So I want to try and get a few more levels because I am very worried about Rival 2. There's a Paris. When we don't need it, get 4 times fired to the face with a critical hit. That's what you get for making me wait. I also have my eyes on this delivery tracking like a hawk at the moment. I'm hoping it comes at a natural breakpoint. It's not even anything too interesting. Some worming tablets for the cat. The cat, by the way, if anyone's interested, is still doing very well. He's upstairs at the moment. We've not done the well yet, but the issue with doing the well is Ilex Forest gets locked off. So you have to kind of pre-plan for your levels. So we'll go up to maybe level 18, level 19 to get magnitude, and then we'll do the well. Nummel cannot learn Headbutt, no. Which is a shame. Because I would really like Nummel to learn Headbutt. Unfortunately, these bug types do need to sacrifice their HP for us. Very happy when I see a Kakuna or a Caterpie. Not a Caterpie, a Metapod. It is nice getting revenge on Weedle as well. After all those poison incidents. But our learn set is incredibly limited. One of the other benefits of doing this is we might be able to get early return, which could be our best normal type move very early on. We don't learn Body Slam, we don't learn Swift, we don't learn Headbutt. We do learn Strength though at a push, but that means we have to keep it until Blackthorn, which I don't particularly enjoy doing. And we're not even doing this for Bugsy's Gym. Bugsy's Gym is going to be fine. We have the type advantage. Being a fire type against bugs. It's literally just for Rival 2 because we've got that 4 times weakness to Water Gun. They get Headbutts in the Gen 4 remakes of Gen 2, in which case they probably should get Headbutt here. This was one of the earliest backports I made. So I'm going to hazard a guess that I hadn't quite settled on how I wanted to do the moves yet. I reckon level 17 should be good. Level 18, I beg your pardon, should be good enough off this Pidgey. That's enough pre-planning. We can always go and get more levels from the gym. Congratulations on your Litleo and your Houndour. Let's take on Rocket number 1. I mean, the other option is that it does learn Headbutt, and it's just an overlay issue, which is always a possibility. There's the 2% encounter on the tile, and we get the lowest encounter rate Pokemon in Slowpoke Well. Everything is conspiring to slow this run down. I think Slow and Steady will win the race. Another one! Goodness me. Mud Slap is an option. I'm hoping that Magnitude will be the play. I'm going to save Mud Slap just in case. Yeah, where was this like when we needed Paris? And that was me absolutely discounting Slowpoke as a HM friend. Because it never turns up. There we go, level 19, I can speak. Level 19, we have Magnitude on the learn set. Technically our strongest ground type move. But as we all know, Magnitude is a random damage move. Well, that went as expected. 2 one-shots there. Let's move on to the next bug catcher. This is bug catcher Al, and I'll be beating him right now. Bit of an arbitrary question here, but what is everybody's favourite colour? Some people might be able to fit the dots together there, but there is a reason I'm asking. Don't attack us furiously, Beedrill. Red. Nice colour. Purple's a very nice colour. Just hit a magnitude 10 versus Croconaw. It's simples. Purple is a very good colour. I like red as well. Green, I can't really see green, so I couldn't give an opinion on that one. Blue or purple, definitely red. Nobody has said the colour I was hoping would come up. It's a very specific colour I have in mind. In the meantime, we've defeated Bugsy. Level 21. Ocean blue is a very nice colour. Yellow. Very interesting colour is yellow, isn't it? Moving on. Jungle green. I like that. Black and silver's a very nice colour combination. Alright, magnitude 8, water gun, berry, magnitude 9, there we're through rival. Wrong move, we might not be through rival after all. Thank goodness for that. Yellow's a very interesting colour. That's all I'm saying. Hints, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/trailersquidgy. Might see something a little bit yellow coloured. Let's check the delivery again. I realise the time is still running. This is the wrong Ilex for us to do that in. I don't have a map, but I did hear a van outside. Very scuffed stream today. The colour I was looking for is yellow. Because they call it mellow yellow, don't they? Sorry, I said that very seductively then. I didn't mean to. Where are those repels? Let's stick them up to the tippy top. Oh, that protein Kecleon. I don't want to talk about it. That really was an experience. And hello to Horizon. I hope you're having a great day. Now, I do believe that Picnicagina has some Pokemon she wants us to knock out. But before that, we're going to do a Snubble. Goodbye, Snubble. So yes, I have plans to start learning the routing for Pokemon Yellow. I'm going to be doing it over on Twitch because there's absolutely going to be tons of swearing, tons of frustration because I don't like Gen 1, but I want to give it a fair shot. It is camel time. I love that emoji. How are you today, Chilling Lurking? I hope you're having a great day. Grab that Super Potion. We will also take on Mr. Specsavers. And then we shall catch ourselves Abra. We do have a remaster of Pokemon Yellow, technically, in Let's Go. It just depends on whether you think that's a good enough remaster. Hello, Abra, your first time. I thought that Protean Kecleon was going to destroy. I had a rough estimate of about 1 hour 25 minutes, but that just didn't happen. Yes, Yellow does have the badge boost glitch. So I've got to learn all about that. First Pokemon I'm going to be running is probably going to be Blastoise. Or maybe Poliwag. Thank you for the congratulations on the 6,500 subscribers. And I don't take any one of you for granted. I appreciate every single person who's clicked that subscribe button. Because you don't have to. III Backport in Yellow. I mean, if you want to, Snow, I would be more than supportive and I would give it a try. But I have never backported a Pokemon into Yellow. I didn't have the disassembly until 2 days ago. Didn't get Juggler O-End. So you'll find out soon enough, Dr. Chops. You're also in the Discord, aren't you? I will post a little bit more information in the Discord about what the plan is. But we're going to be doing Pokemon Yellow over on Twitch, learning the routing, not going to do any official challenge runs yet, as it were. Because I need to do exactly the same as what I did before you lovely lot joined me here on YouTube. Because a lot of you probably don't know that I did stream a very high number of runs over on Twitch to get the routing and the practice down before switching over to YouTube. We will be gluing the Quick Claw to Nummel's Hump as soon as we go into the bag. No sense in doing it yet. Did I pick up the Quick Claw, actually? Yes, I did. So now that we're in the bag, it makes sense to do all of this at once. So we can switch Kenya to there. Abra to... No, we don't want Kenya to there, do we? Rewind. Rewind a little bit more. We'll swap Paris and Kenya around. There we go. Abra and Psyduck. And then Cut and Flash. That is not what we want. We want that and that. We also want to teach Dig and Sweet Sense at the same time. So goodbye Flash. Flash, Scratch. They both end with the same letter. And what do we want? We want Flash, Dig, Cut, Sweet Sense, just like that. And then have a little chat with Floria. No double click for Dig. Double duck for Dig, sorry. I read that as click. Kerning there. 147's our friendship. We cannot get early return, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. But we might be able to get it before heading towards Ecruteak. Now, the good thing is, with our ground type, rollout isn't going to be super effective. It's only going to be slightly effective. And by that I mean regular effective. Let's risk without a heal first time, shall we? See how we get on. Magnitude on the Clefairy, Magnitude 7. Smog? Rude! We weren't supposed to get status here. Go on, 3 7s. No. Sometimes you can plan for every available outcome, but sometimes you get status where you don't expect to get status. Absolute scam artist, Clefairy, get in the bin. 4? That's no good. I need a magnitude 10 here. I use the Blue Yeti microphone. I'm very basic like that. I hope it sounds okay. We are going to be throwing the dice here at Whitney. We'll give it one more try and then change strategy. Attract Only! Rude! Let's just double check to see if it is an overlay issue. I didn't pick up Headbutt. We're going to get some more levels and I'm going to pick up Headbutt just in case at this point. I like the blue snowball as well. She did throw the cow. I'm going to throw a hissy fit at this rate. I'm wondering if it's an overlay issue. I mean, the easiest thing for me to do would just be to have a look at the Nummel assembly file, I suppose. Let's pause the timer and have a quick check at nummel.asm. We don't want its dex entry, we want its base stats. Yes, it can learn Headbutt. So what I need to do for that is I need to find Nummel in this. Turns out it was an overlay issue, so if I do a little bit of a refresh here, we break the overlay. And then we fix the overlay. Fantastic. There we go. Headbutt is now on the learn set. I wish it was that simple in real life to get moves onto the learn set, but we can get headbutt. Let's go. And also, while we're here, jankiest routing we've done in a little while. It was just an overlay error. What must have happened is when I was doing the TMs, it's just been a little bit curtailed with the list. Sometimes a copy and paste can do that. In the meantime, let's beat up a Schnabbabubble. What I do for the Gen 3 backports and the Gen 4 backports is I will take the level up learn set from the base game, and then I will do TM tutors and anything else from the Generation 4 remakes of Gen 2, so we have the most accurate possible learn set for Gen 2. I've got a little Python script that does it. And I coded that one all by myself. I was very proud of myself. Right, back into the forest we go. To be fair, Camerupt was never going to get a great time anyway, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Hello, green-haired man staring at a tree. Goodbye, Tackle, you're terrible. Can we teleport out of the forest? No, we can't. What a shame. But it's fine, we get through without an encounter and we can teleport back. So now we have head abuse on the learn set, we can maybe get a flinch. It's a backport, it probably won't get a redo. I did have dig. I forgot that you can dig out of Ilex, because I never do it. Oh, she's going for Stomp now and into Milk Drink. Locked herself back into Rollout. We just need a Quick Claw proc, and it didn't happen. Whirlwind! This is a disaster zone of a run, and I am all for it at this point. Sometimes it's good to have a hot mess of a run. One where you don't take it too seriously, you just embrace the ridiculousness. This is absolutely one of those runs. Squirt's bottle acquired. Let's get out of Goldenrod and forget it ever existed. Hello, tree, we're going to annoy you. Hello, Growlithe. How unusual to see you here. Grab that ether. We are going to do long Critique this time. I don't think we have a choice, really. And because we get to Hidden Power Electric, we are going to grab the magnet. Teleports back. Let's head towards the Lake of Rage and do a little bit of cheating by going through a cave. Absolutely going to be taking on Pokemaniac Miller. He is so good to take on. He's even better if you take him on with the correct move. Magnitude 9. Goodbye, Nino Queen. Oh, it's been a while since we've been caught by Hiker Benjamin. We'll have to headbutt his Diglett with 0 HP. We'll do the same against the Doug Trio. Thank goodness he didn't try attack us. And then it's going to be a magnitude for the Geodude. Repel's effects wore off. That's absolutely fine by me because we can stick another one on here. There's the bike shop because we did the extra movement. We'll take on Mr. Lickitung Man. This will be the first and only time we'll see a Lickitung in a run for a while. Goodbye, Lickitung. Early Lake of Rage is good if you need it. Sometimes you don't need it, so I skip it. I prefer going straight through Etraseek over to Olivine, but sometimes that isn't the right play. With a Pokemon like Zangoose or Ursaring, for instance, it absolutely is. Get the Elixir there. We cannot learn Detect. The colours and the overlays for the types have changed, so I have to do a double take now. Instead of looking for red, I'm looking for orange for Detect. Alright, so let's teach Hidden Power in place of Growl, shall we? Not in place of Headbutt, in place of Growl. And then we'll teleport all the way back to Etraseek, do our second heal, then we'll do Lighthouse now. I reckon that's going to be the play. Get ourselves as many levels as possible for the next rival battle. I nearly got caught out by Wooper there. I was about to use the wrong move. I was about to use Hidden Power Electric, but of course, Wooper is ground type. However, we will Magnitude this Fluffy. Yes, Hidden Power Electric. Substitute? Rude. It's the only time we get to see Substitute on this run, actually, because they made it a signature move for Mr. Mime. The DVs determine the Hidden Power type, so our DVs this time are slightly lower than perfect. Not by much, but slightly. On the website SciPokes, there is a DV calculator for Hidden Power, and that is one of the most useful pages on the internet if you do Gen 2 challenge running. Saves you having to commit them all to memory. Although I am thinking about doing a thing in Game Hook, where I just can set the values for all the Hidden Power types. So I just have a Hidden Power type and then, for instance, Fire. Set the DVs for that, Hidden Power Rock, set the DVs for that. Make life a little bit easier. Just need to remember to do it, because that shouldn't be too tricky. Takedown? Absolutely not. I don't like recoiler moves. Into Olivine City. What do we need here? We'll need some super potions. And we'll need some super repels. Let's get 16 of them just in case. Skip the PMC, go straight for the cafe. Make sure we pick up strength. We will teach that along with Surf to Psyduck right about now. Oh, we haven't done the Kimono Girls yet. We'll teach Surf in a moment. I was worried about that Vaporeon. That is something we could easily implement into Gen 2. I'm just not sure it'd feel too Gen 2. Back up to 84 HP we go. We don't want to take on the Bird Keeper. Growlithe is adorable. I'll change my mind about you if you range on this one as well. There we go. Look out for the mouse cursor in Maryl's tail here. I hope you saw it because the Maryl is gone. I like Poliwhirl as well as a Pokemon, actually. Grab the ether. One more battle here. How do you pronounce that name? Because I always say Teo. Because the first person I knew with that name was pronounced Teo. I know Arcanine's your favourite, Gemma. You have good choice. I believe it might be Dan's favourite as well. I'm not sure if Dan's about today. Or if he's very busy engrossed in work and the house move. Have a little chat with Jazz. She'll tell us an absolute nonsensical story, so we'll dig out. I think Theo's a more common pronunciation, but I knew of a person called Teo, and it's kind of stuck. Nice to see a lot of Growlithe enjoyers in chat. Welcome in, Cartana. I hope you're having a great day. It's like Price's badge. I say that very differently to most other people. Theo is in Theodore. Because I say Glacier, I don't say Glacier. For the first few videos, I actually purposely made myself say Glacier. Ooh, choices, choices. I think I'm going to get rid of Headbutt, you know. Amnesia is that invaluable on the learn set. I mean, I can understand why you don't acknowledge Price. I like Hisuian, Growlithe and Arcanine as well. Amnesia's for the whole of this run, to be fair. It's going to help us out in many a pinch. Psyduck Learn Surf, thank you very much. Do we have any regular repels left, I wonder? Yes, we've got 2. Fantastic. Alright, so let's take on the rival and hope for the best. Haunter, I barely know her. In outsped. We're on a clock. Not a one-shot water gun is weak, because Crocodile's special attack isn't great. We're through this battle now, absolutely fine. Magnitude 9, a little bit of overkill there on the Magnemite at the end. But we'll fall through the Fleur, we'll release the beasts, and we'll make our way towards the gym. So we can dig out like this. Teleport back to the PMC to heal. And then let's beat up some ghosts that are inevitably going to be faster than us. Going to put Magnitude in top spot. The good thing about Magnitude is it's 30 whole power points. So we probably won't need to ether on this battle. On this battle in this gym. Words, they're hard. Magnitude 10, there's our first Magnitude 10. Could somebody keep a Magnitude count going, please? Here is the evolution. Hello, Camerupt. Rock Slide, okay. Interesting. Ooh, do we want Rock Slide? That is the question. Rock Slide would be good, but I don't want to get rid of any of these moves. We won't need Ember for a little bit. We'll have Rock Slide because you never know. Eruption might come in clutch. Let's see if that bites me in the bum later. We do learn Flamethrower as the tutor move. Yes, it is a little back sprite, but I implore you all to look at the Generation 3 back sprite. It's just the same. It is a very solid learn set for level 33, actually. You're not wrong there. One of the strongest we've probably had. Gengar could send us to sleep and destroy our hopes and dreams. We'll have to see what happens. It's the last one out. I mean, look, that's fine. Magnitude 9, goodbye, Morty. Thank you for the badge. Earthquake at 37 is going to be game-changing. Oh, go on. We'll take on Olivia. We get Eruption in its place, Gemma. For reasons far beyond the realms of normal human comprehension. It was good night and thank you for living too, Morty there. Don't want to get Swimmer K-Lead. We're probably going to take our first break relatively soon. Because the delivery's only a couple of stops away now, and we're getting to that point in the run regardless. We'll get the secret potion. We'll probably do a break point around about Team Rocket. Might have to be mid-Rocket. I'm going to try and time it perfectly with the delivery, so it's a very short break. I do like Morty panicking. Magnitude is actually a very good move when it high rolls. Nice crit there. Level 35, 2 more levels until we get the Earthquakes. Magnitude 9, that's Machop very simple. Magnitude 8 makes the Machoke very simple. I do know of some people who have run Smeargle with Magnitude, and that seemed to work out in their favour. But when you get Magnitude 4, you want to cry. Magnitude 5, however, is fine. Rage is absolutely fine there. There's another Magnitude 10. Let's see how we got on at Chuck. I'm going to set up a couple of Amnesias here, just to be on the safe side. Magnitude 7 there. He knocked us out. Oh dear. That's not the move I meant to go for. Can we survive a surf? Yes, we can. That's the way to do it. Fantastic. Sometimes you just shouldn't overcomplicate matters. Use a couple more super potions there. And now we need to teach Fly to Kenya. The painters are gone at last. Hallelujah. One shot on the Gyarados with possibly an unnecessary critical hit. We'll have a little chance with Lance, the liar with the flyers. We will teleport to the wrong place, because we actually are supposed to fly here. That is a good point, and we are going to take our first break spot here, because I can hear the delivery van, so I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. And we are back. Apologies for the slightly longer than anticipated break. It turned out that the delivery was going all over the place before me. Let's unpause the timer. And let's carry on. We'll take our next break after the league. We're going to do Price, Jazz and Claire all in one giant sitting. And we're very close to Earthquake. Let's see if we can fish out another magnitude 10 in that time. Why am I using magnitude there? And we missed. Rockslide has already bitten us in the bum. Goodness me. Yep, Rockslide is proving its worth. We'll be getting rid of that quick, sharp and in a hurry. Isn't magnitude 4 terrible? I have a feeling I might have messed up getting a rock slide here. My thought process was maybe it would help for Lance in the league, but sometimes it doesn't quite work out the way you hoped. Press the switch. Gets the free nugget there. That's going to be some much needed, probably calcium later. I'm not even really missing the fire type, I just don't like rock slide as much as I thought I would. Then the fire type's only really handy for Jazz. If we had... Oh, what's that item? Is it the zoom lens, the scope lens? One of them that boosts your accuracy. That would be a nice little boon here. Rockslide is great when it hits, especially with that flinch chance. Neutral Earthquake's more than enough for that level 18 Gloom. Get the password of Slowpoke Tail. Let's move on. Zoom lens. Thank you, Snow. And Raticate Tail's the other one. We're also going to pick up that protein. Don't get caught by the rotator there with minimum vision. I'm going to grab that Ultra Ball for money purposes. It's 600 Pokédollars. Rockslide the Zubat. We'll Rockslide the Raticate just because we've got it selected. Now we'll finish off with an Earthquake on the Coughing. One of the things I've been doing in ROM hacking lately is I've been getting abilities in, and we do have Levitate as an option for some of our later gen backports now to make it a little bit more realistic. Just going to do a heal here for PP purposes. And then we'll go back in. So they both have that effect. I'm not too au fait with any of the items post Gen 2, I've got to be honest. Like, I think that the Silk Scarf is the replacement for the Pink Bow, but don't quote me on that. Earthquake on the Arbok. She's going to send out Murkrow next. We'll jolt its wings. Presumably we're producing the lightning from the little volcanoes in our back there. And then we'll take on the 3 Electrode. Don't screech at me, Electrode. It's very rude. Tackle's absolutely fine. Did a whole 4 HP worth of damage. We'll see if we made the right choice with Rockslide there. It could go either way. Definitely one for if somebody else wants to play this run at some point. Could be one to see which is the better option. Now, it's always a good idea to use special attacks against the Shelder line. They have no special defense. Jasmine can throw a rock at my face, and that could hurt. You might notice on the overlay now we've got Prime in and we'll have Jazz Ice. That's because they are interchangeable in the new routing. Very nice critical hit there, and we will finish off with an Earthquake on the Piloswine. Blizzard hits, he's getting into a healing loop. We're absolutely fine. She does in Sunnyshore City, is where Jasmine shows her face. Trying to see if there's an Ampharos there that she can pretend is in distress as well. What she's doing. I don't trust her motivations. Doesn't she give you Waterfall in Gem 4? Hello, Jazz. Yes. Pretend to give it to Amphi, blind us with the torch. You'll leave with a secret potion in your handbag. We all know your game by now. Alright, let's take her on. We've got 10 Earthquakes to get through this. 2 of those are going to be used on Magnemite. Welcome to Gamer's Tale, how are you today? Oh, we're absolutely fine. Jasmine is not going to be an issue whatsoever. 3 Earthquakes knocks her out. And we get a split of 1 minute and 3 seconds. How is your playthrough of Persona going, by the way, A Gamer's Tale? I've not been awake through the night recently, so I've not been able to catch if you've been live. Because I don't really play any games like Persona. That's now the crossword game in my head after I saw the crossword. Oh, boo! I think YouTube is throwing a hissy fit with notifications because you're not the only one who's been having issues getting notified when my content's going out again. Alright, we can teach Waterfall and Whirlpool to our Psyduck now. That's a Paris. It begins with P, but it's not compatible. Tail Whip, goodbye, and we'll also say goodbye to Tackle as well. 185 hours exactly. That seems like you got more than your money's worth there. Now, we don't need the Nevermelt Ice this time, so we can go straight through the quick run. It's so annoying that YouTube has decided that my content doesn't need notifications. Because, speaking very frankly, my last few videos have performed terribly compared to what I was hoping for. And it just seems like people haven't got the notifications because the click-through rate is just as good. But that's the risk with YouTube. You take a couple of unforced breaks and then suddenly they don't push your content. It is what it is. I'm just grateful for everybody who has been able to get notified and everybody who's been able to watch. I do really appreciate it. And to be fair, I'd be doing the runs regardless. I just like sharing them with you lovely people. Right, so sub 1 hour Claire is out of the picture here as we go into Rocket at 57.5. I reckon it's worth just maybe checking your subscriber status just in case it's accidentally unsubscribed. It's the only thing I can think of, but even then I don't think that would work. If we can do some digging together, it would be good to find out because I'm not getting notifications either. Camerupt, I can't remember if it's faster than Kecleon, but it very well might be faster than Protein Kecleon. I'm glad you enjoy the content, Gemma. It's always a pleasure to have you around. Now, we haven't done our housekeeping yet, so we'll do that at the end of this part of the Rocket section, break it up a little bit. Welcome in, Anderson. I hope you're having a good morning. Now, Earthquake is a fantastic move, but we have dropped our PP to a third of what we had with Magnitude. I'm not kidding, I did in fact defeat you, Mr. Rockets Man. Gonna have to try a Rock Slide here, that is just what we wanted. We'll do Hidden Power Electric there. A Rattata we can Jolt as well, and then the last one is a Grimer. Do an Electric there as well. Enjoy your breakfast! Oh, device notifications weren't on. Fair. YouTube is the best way to subscribe. There are other ways that, if people want to support with donations to the channel, there are other ways. The links are in the descriptions. But please do only donate if you want to, ostensibly. I don't ever expect anybody to donate anything to the channel. I'm doing this because I love hanging out with all of you lovely people. Anything like channel memberships or patrons, anything like that, it's just a little bonus. The best thing is to hang out, have fun together. Exactly, as long as the vibes are good, everything else doesn't matter. My main aim with these streams is to leave with a smile on my face, put a smile on all of you lovely people's faces, and then I know I'm doing a good job at what I'm doing here. Because it is just a bit of fun playing Pokemon, isn't it? There's no need to take the runs so seriously. Because sometimes you're going to have terrible RNG, other times you're going to have fantastic RNG. Sometimes I'll play like an absolute pillock, other times I won't be playing like an absolute pillock. Sometimes I can't get through a one-block gap. I'm very much of the belief that everyone should try and make another person happy at least once a day. And I'm so grateful I get the opportunity to do that with all of you fantastic people here. Now we're going to be a little bit naughty here and we're not going to get the soft sand because I don't think we'll need it. Watch as we get a range later on that would have been soft sandable. I just don't want to take on more water types. Oh, we've already got return, haven't we? We're doing vitamins. Doy. Alright, we're also going to risk not having the charcoal because we don't have a fire type move on the learn set at the moment. We'll get rid of our 3 nuggets. What else don't we need? We don't need 6 Pokeballs. We don't need an Ultra Ball. What about in the TM list? Well, we don't have hands. We're not an ice type. We do have a tail, maybe? No, maybe not. So we'll get rid of Iron Tail. We'll keep that. We can't throw Balls of Shadow. Mud Slap I'm going to keep. Rest, absolutely not. Attract, we don't want anything to fall in love. Look at that, we now have 100,000 Pokédollars, aren't we rich? And Tom Fanto, thank you for joining the HM Friends via Gemma Barnes. Thank you for the gift membership there, Gemma. That is very, very kind of you. We'll be getting Flamethrower later on. What else do we need? Can we get some defences? We can get a couple of those, I think, for now. And we're going to spend the rest on Calcium. That is very, very kind of you, Gemma. The notifications came through on screen before the chats for some reason. There we go. All vitamined up. Where are we going now? Underground. That's where we're going. Isn't that a song, actually? We could have saved evolving for the Numel, and we could have got... What am I trying to say? We could have held off as a Numel for a little bit. And we could have got it then, as Snowy is more eloquently saying than I am. Goodness me. It's one of those days today, folks. The words just are not coming to me. But instead we got Rock Slide at that level and we get Eruption a little bit later on. I doubt I'm even going to use Eruption. It's not a reliable move. However, we are going to get the coin case. And before the rival, we are going to use that elixir we picked up. Right, so rival full time. Let's see how we get on, shall we? He's going to lead with a Golbat. So we're going to throw some rocks at it, and we knock it out in one shot. No confusion for us there. Alligator comes out next. It's so weak that we don't even really need to Amnesia here. 82 should be more than enough. He's got a lot of Pokemon weak to ground here. Sneasel, we can throw a rock at it. It's super effective. Haunter, I barely know her. Can knock that out with an earthquake, and suddenly the rival is defeated. Fantastic. I probably am going to decline Eruption, I've got to be honest. We'll use those 2 PP ups. Get ourselves Earthquake back up to 10 PP. And it's not even because I'm not confident about the coding for Eruption, because it's been so long I can't remember how I did it. I just think we're going to be better off with our current learn set. Because there's only one Pokemon I can think of where Eruption would have come in handy. And that is the Fortress at Koga, and I think we'll be able to Earthquake that away. At the moment, we've got 2 moves that are absolutely staying on the learn set until the very end, those being Earthquake and Amnesia. The other 2 are a little bit more flexible. Wrong item, I wanted a potion. 5 Earthquakes, that's fine. We've got 15 Hidden Power Electrics as well. And 7 Rock Slides. Don't roar. That is very true, Luke. How are you today? I hope you're having a great Thursday. If we were a fast Pokemon, we'd absolutely try and sweep with Eruption. But as it stands, we're a little bit too slow. So, no thank you, Eruption. We'll keep with our rocks instead for now. Yes, on a Pokemon like Typhlosion, Eruption would be fantastic. Might as well use up some hidden power points here. Now we must remember the Scamulet coin. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit at Claire and go in with the Scamulet coin instead. Flamethrower is going to be much more consistent. And here is where medium fast starts to come into its own. Because we are now at the point where we are gaining levels far quicker. I'm not too terrible, thanks, Luke. Am I winning? Define winning. The start of the run was torture, but I've got to be honest, Camerupt's not been too bad. Scamulet coin going on to our Camerupts there. We'll dig out of here. We'll also TP back to the PMC, get a cheeky little heal. Again, for PP purposes. Ground types are good in Gen 2. Especially with that pesky rat at red. We can do full Amnesia setup against that rat. We'll be holding lefties. But for now, we're going to eradicate the Raticate. We'll do the same against the Coughing. And here is Mr. Team Rocket's Fortress with the Golbat. Nice one-shot there, and we outsped. I mean, we've got 40 base speed, which is terrible, but at least we're outspeeding a lot of the stuff at the moment. Didn't get glared by the Arbok, which is always a bit of a worry. We'll use the Electric-type move there against the Murkrow. She's got a Vileplume as well. No coughing on the Coughing. That's rude. I don't know how it's ruder than eradicating, but it is. Just a fact of life. I hope work goes very well for you. I really do. I always want to split there for some reason. I think it's because it comes after the end of a gauntlet. Ursaluna interests me more because of the potential for Eviolite Ursaring, which would be absolutely ludicrous featuring Mystical. So yes, yes, no, yes, and no. That gets us through this. And then we will fly very simply to Blackthorn City. Another heal for PP purposes, because that's just how bad Earthquake's PP is. Let's take on a gym that could actually be kind of difficult. Not because of the Dragon type, because of the Water type. Tedious is one of my favourite lines. Rattata will always be my favourite Pokemon, but Teddiursa, Rowlet, Stuffle, all very good Pokemon as well. Betty of the mod team are listening. How do we fancy about trying to get a Stuffle Backport done fairly soon? It's a very good sign that we're able to one-shot with Earthquake there. We'll use Hidden Power against the Horsey, try and preserve some Earthquake PP. Can do the same against the Cedar as well. Ooh, Sprite's almost done for them already. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. Oh god, that's not what I like to hear. That means I've got to do coding. Do we reckon 7 Earthquakes will be enough for Claire? Let's find out, shall we? Gonna double Amnesia there and hope for the best. Ooh. Right, okay. Resets, please. No, we're on 9. There we go. Single Amnesia. There'll be a sweet spot with this. So she's now healing, but we don't outspeed. Right, okay. I don't particularly want to put Sunny Day on the learn set. That's the issue. The good thing is, Soft Sand wouldn't have been a range there. It would still have been not a KO, so I don't feel bad about that. I'm going to just get myself a couple of levels. So we do have all these trainers down here. We also have a wild Phanpy. How adorable. Let's run from it. Graveler could be good defense stat experience. What do you have? Do you have any of the starters? You've got a Marill and another Marill on screen. Wartortle is gone. There's the other Wartortle. That gets us up to 49 at least. Maybe get up to 50. We knew Claire's Surf was going to hit hard. Just didn't know it was going to hit that hard. Another nugget though. We can sell that for stuff later. In the meantime, we are going to have a little look at Hiker Timothy, who's going to show us his Diglett. Which will Earthquake away. And then he's multiplied them. And there's a Dugtrio. Let's see who this is. Camper Quentin. I've never battled you, I don't think. It's nice to see a Tauros in a run, actually. Thank you, Chilling Lurking, for the $2 super chat. And for the good lucks, I hope you have a fantastic time at work. What do we have in here at the moment that we don't want? Might as well use that berry, clear the bag space. Because there is a hidden PP up just there. So that means we can get ourselves up to full PP for Earthquake before the league. We're also going to get the Mystery Berry just in case. Any more trainers? We're on to the next route. There's the extra Prosecure Berry, by the way, if anybody didn't know. We're going to go down and we're going to take the left-hand trainers now. We're going to play it really carefully here. So I really would like to get to level 50. Oh, there's a Gligar. It's very rare we get to see a Gligar on these runs. Grab the other Elixir. Really testing my knowledge as well with what items are on this route. I so rarely go on it. Oh, I've already battled you. Goodness sakes. Are we out of trainers? No, we're going to have to teleport once again. This route is obnoxious, isn't it? one of the worst routes in any Pokemon game. Does anyone else have any routes that they just cannot stand in Pokemon? This is one of my all-time least favourite routes, along with Route 25, where Nugget Bridge lives. Kenji, you got us up to level 50. I am eternally grateful. I'll be forever in your debt, Black Belt Kenji. And the good thing is, all those extra trainers is extra cash money moolah for shooter moves and more stuff as well. Welcome in, Sora Donald Goofy. Please never apologise for being late. Route 216 and 217, are they the foggy ones? So we know we want to Amnesia. Gonna try just the once again, see what happens. We outspeed is what happens. So she can healing loop. Oh, the snowy ones. Oh, they are awful. Yeah, we've won this now. Level 50 was the key. This is feeling very much like a sped-up Magcargo run, you know. The only reason Magcargo was so slow was because of Slugman's, quite frankly, abysmal starting learn set. So I think we started with just Smog on the Magcargo runs. Although that is going to be one of our next redo runs. We're doing that very soon, actually. We're going back to the redo runs from the start of next week. I do have another project in mind in the meantime. I have quite a big video coming out that a few people in the Discord already know little bits about. But it should be very interesting. I just wanted to get a little bit more money. Oh, we can't carry any more items, can we? Well, that's a bit of a poo in it. Bit of a poo in it? Where the hell did that come from? Well, we don't need the Parley's heal anymore. I don't think we're going to get poisoned. We'll keep one just in case, but we'll toss the antidote. Sometimes I need to engage my brain before opening my mouth. I kind of like the saying a bit of a poo, though, actually. Might stick with it. Let's get the badge from Claire, shall we? A rising badge in 1:16:26. We're looking at around about 2 hours for this run, I reckon, from that. It's bad when you make yourself chuckle. Thank you for the poop emojis in chat. I really wish that... There's that little button, isn't there, on the bottom-hand corner of the chat for reacts. I really wish you could do the poop emoji through that. What buttons can be spammed there? So I know we've got the heart button. I know there's the 100 as well. I think there are others as well, but I can't remember what they are. What a convoluted way to get here. Go down the stairs, Squitch. That's what you're supposed to do. Ah, the birthday popper and the two faces. Now we do need to pick up Max Repels over at the League. Because we didn't buy them in Blackthorn because we had no bag space. That's something I'm going to have to be concerned about, actually, when we get over to Yellow. Because the bag is even worse in Generation 1 from what I've heard. Bulbasaur. Now, I know absolutely nothing about Gen 1, really. So I'm going to be going into it relatively blind. Are there any Pokemon I should be on the lookout for? Both to run and during the run, which will make me rue the day I ever decided to make a Gen 1 overlay. Just flexing here, beating up some water types with our 4 times weakness. It's absolutely fine. It's not risky at all, honest. Finish it off with a Nido Queen. It's a nice one to do. Gen 1 is not kind to electric types, so I'm assuming that's because of good old Brock at the beginning. Misty Starmie. Right, okay. Brock's Onyx. Gen 1 AI in general. Isn't there somebody who likes going boom an awful lot? Maybe in Rock Tunnel. And also, because it's Gen 1, the trainers don't have names, so we get to make them all up as we go along. It's part of the reason I'm looking forward to it. We could have you lovely people in chat assigned to a trainer each. I suppose, actually, there are a lot of ground types in Gen 1, aren't there? Can you be the Rock Tunnel Hiker? If you're in the Discord, I will create a section later on today, or maybe tomorrow, depending on my energy levels. And we can try and assign people the specific roles. Yes, we somehow have all 8 badges. I know, it's a miracle. We are going to have a bit of redundancy protection here, and we're going to pick up the Earthquake TM, even though it's currently on our learn set. Flash isn't mandatory, but I'll probably pick it up for the first few runs at the very least. Just to be safe. Erica's already got a name. The Rambling Gambling Dude. Oh, we've got so many people to come up with new names for. It's going to be really fun. That was that soft sand range, by the way, on the Feraligatr. There are some bits in Gen 2's coding where struggle is still normal. It just bypasses the type chart, but that means that the pink bow will, of course, boost its damage. And now we will say thank you to Kenya, to Abra, to Psyduck. We'll say merci to Paris. And we'll say a big, big thank you to all the lovely HM friends with the blue and green names in the chat. Yes, Fire Red Leaf Green did give them real names, but it's been about a year since I've played those. We will get ourselves 11 of you and our 4 full restores. Oh god, Sabrina Zabra with the flash, and we don't even have Quick Claw hacks. But if you do want to see those runs, they will be live over on Twitch, twitch.tv/trainersquidgy. Try and get the first one done in the next couple of weeks. Next few days, hopefully, actually. Don't know why I'm saying couple of weeks. Fisher? No, we don't want an OK move this time. And throw a rock at the Jinx. Executor, Earthquake. Not Earthquake. Rock Slide. There we go. That's Koga done. No, that's not. That's Will done. I must have split for rival there. Agatha was deeply unpleasant in the Fire Red Leaf Green runs. Do we one-shot or do we two-shot? We two-shot. Fortress is free because he normally goes for spikes. Rock Slide is probably going to be the right play there. Maybe not. Just hit one more time, please, Camerupt. Thank you. A Rock Slide on the Venomoth. Who do we have left? Is it just Muck? Yes, it's just Muck. Yes, the 1 in 256 glitch is going to be a pain in the bum. Where's our full restores? How far down are they? One thing I'm going to absolutely make sure to do is to make Gen 1 content my own content. I don't want to take anyone else's bits. So we'll have to come up with all different phrases, all different silly things we can talk about. Yes, that is true, Snow. Cross shot doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would. That means we can get him into a healing loop. And we're through Bruno. Full restore. We will use an elixir at this moment. And we will also put on the bitter berry if I can find it. So we have more than enough money now for flamethrower after the league. She sand attacks instead of confused ray, which is good. Maybe we should have gone for the Prosecure berry instead, who knows. But she does see the fire type, which is making her reluctant to send out her Vileplume. There it is. Hello, Vileplume. You're a range. Doesn't matter, you're knocked out. Gengar's going to outspeed, it's going to swear at us, but it's all over for Karen here. Karen done in 125.27. Final full restore of the league. Where are those Max Repels? Stick one of those on, and we will take on Lance, the Liar, with the Flyers. I've not done a Clefairy run yet, because the lovely Snowy has done a Clefairy, well, a Clefable run, I do believe. To Surf hurt a little bit, not too much. Rockslide one shot there. Flinch, please. Oh god, Hyper Beam. And we missed, and he knocks us out. Right, okay, that's how I expected Lance to go. I don't think we need to Amnesia here, actually. Nice flinch. The rain is up, which isn't great. Twister's fine. You didn't release yours. Oh. It's always the way, isn't it? Gonna go for the more reliable hidden power here. As we can see, Rockslide bit him in the bum. That was a critical hit from Slash, which is really good. Hyper Beam, right, okay, it's risky, but we could still do it if he flinches. He didn't flinch, he outraged. Big flaming bugger. But we have the win. Just gonna get a little bit luckier. Start off with a hidden power against Gary the Gyarados here. I'd already written that off as the flamethrower slot. That's good. That means, oh, it doesn't matter anyway. We flinched him. Not flinched him, crits him. Oh, same situation. We miss, outrage hits. 39 millionth times the charm. You know what? We have the magnet. We're going to use the magnet. We don't need the Bitterberry anymore. Clefairy's terrible. Clefairy is absolutely terrible. It's not very pleasant of you using Hyper Beam there, Mr. Dragonite. Flinch, please. Or you can get a double Hyper Beam hit. No Omni Boost. Another crit. And we're knocked out. That somehow went worse. Yes, if we start as a Clefairy, that run is very good. But having Cleffa and its frankly abysmal learn set, it's just not fun. Flinch. Thank you. Flinch. Or hit me with Blizzard. That's fine. This shouldn't be a range anymore, which it isn't there. Rock Slide's a one-shot on the Zard. Rock Slide hit. Lock yourself into Outrage. Safeguard's fine. Healing Loop. And we're through Lance. Perfect. Lance is done in 129.41. Let's get our league time, and then I will tell you what position we would be in if this was a main run. First of all, though, we have got to make sure... What? 5 memberships? No. 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 You don't need to do that. But thank you for the 5 memberships, E-Starstruck. That is so bloody kind. Congratulations to Sombrero Pharaoh, to Billy Neng, to Cameron Clevenger, to Sven, and to Dante Malik for those 5 gift memberships. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Max. I just need to get my challenge run list out so I can tell you how we're doing. That would put us in 60th place on the main run leaderboard. Not that great. We'll have to see if that improves later on. In the meantime, though, I am going to take a very, very quick break. I will be back in just a couple of moments. And we are back. Thank you so much to Anderson for the 10 Rand, I believe, donation during the break. Let's see if we can get that alert up, shall we? I think it's Rand, South African Rand, but don't quote me on that. I don't quite know my currency icons as well as I'd hoped. But it is nice seeing all the people from all over different parts of the world. And that is our first yellow donation in a while, I think. Unless we had a yellow one the other day. All those colours, I get mixed up with colours anyway. But I like seeing all the different colours. I just wish you could pick them, rather than being assigned to you. Brazilian currency, thank you. 10 currency, I like. I just like the word currency there. Don't do it. Do not do it. I can go to any massive YouTube live stream and see all the colours. Right, I want some flamethrowers. In real life and in game. We're going to say goodbye to Rock Slide now. It served its purpose. And let's go the funny way. I'm having a good vibe here. Didn't mean to take on you. Get punished with Eradicate. Can't be too grumpy at Eradicate. It's one of my favourites. We had a very tough start, Terrados, but we are getting there slowly but surely. And because the video has been delayed, the next video has been delayed, I'm going to be streaming more. I really am enjoying the vibes of the streams at the moment. Sora Donald Goofy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. $1.59, that is perfect for a nice bottle of full fat Coke. I've got to be honest, I was feeling a little bit rough before stream today. Was tempted to postpone because I was feeling a bit ill. But I'm very glad that I persevered and pushed through. And how do we fancy doing something again tomorrow? I knew you were going to say that, Kim. We have the sugar tax over here. Coca-Cola's expensive. It's more expensive than petrol. That is a Coca-Cola with full sugar. We call it full fat up here in the north. But yeah, I fancy doing another stream tomorrow. Not sure if it's going to be over here or over on Twitch. I am currently on the Coke Zeros today, though. But I don't want to get my sugar too high. I've been a little bit naughty and had a few full fat Cokes at the start of the year. Gas, that's what you fart out. I've not tried Coke Spice. I'm not sure if it is actually available in the UK. Mustn't forget the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Because, of course, the first thing we do in Kanto is the last thing we do in Johto. We get another rare candy, this time from the chairman of the Pokemon fan club. Alright, get ready for what will hopefully be an easy battle. I think it's short for gasoline, which is the technical term for petroleum. Or a derivative of petroleum. Advice for life there, Terrados. Definitely advice for life. Hitting through the double teams is what we like to see. Electabuzz barely tickles us. Final Electrode is done as well. And that is Surge completed, our 9th gym leader. I just like cinnamon flavour in general. Whenever I make mince pies, I always add a little bit of cinnamon to the pastry. Now, we could get Curse, but I think we should be fine without it, and Curse is a little bit cheap. I say as what I used to be a notorious Curse user. I have since changed my ways there. Alright, lefties, you're going on now instead of the magnet. Again, no space left. Well, we're not going to buy anything else, so we'll get rid of the nuggets. Yes, we are ground type. PP up. Into flamethrower we go. Really must go to the American food shop again a few towns over next time I'm in that area. And flamethrower is making its debut now. I think with the way I've done the PP ups, I should have 18 in both. Vanilla Coke has become very difficult to find. I love lime flavours. Lime is one of the all-time best flavours of anything. I also make a very nice lime drizzle cake. God, I really should get back into baking. It's been a while. I deserve cake. The people around me deserve cake as well. I feel so bad for that Paris. It's 4 times week. I'm very much a fizzy drink addict. Oh god. I know exactly which song you're on about. And now that's going to be stuck in my head for bloody weeks. I don't think we get cream soda over here. Or if we do, I've never seen it. Dr. Pepper's good. But I find it's one of those you can drink about 500 mils of it and then it gets a little heavy. Have I gone the wrong way for a second run in a row? Yes, I have. It's fine. We have the mandatory Noctowl trainer here. Birdkeeper Bob. So we'll hidden power him. Dr. Pepper is very carbonated, isn't it? It's the sort of the one where you'd be able to tell if I had drunk a Dr. Pepper before stream. Are we faster than the Crobats? Yes, we are, thank goodness. We're not Lickitung levels of bad. Trying to avoid super effective text here if I can. And there's Janine done in 104, 137.24 overall. I reckon we're through one of the hardest battles of the run now. With the last fight, I think it should be smooth-ish sailing, I say, as we've got good old Misty and 2 gyms time. We always do the rare candies on the last battle. We never do them before here on this channel. It's been a thing since day one, no rare candies until red. Oh, I cannot stand this spinner. It's been a while since we've been caught by him, though. There's this spinner here who I can't stand either. But generally, if you're going top speed, you should be fine. We'll ignite that Machamp and get a lucky critical hit. And now it's time for Rock Tunnel. So we'll flash here. And then we go ba-ba-da. And then ba-ba-da. Up here. Down and right. And we're out the other end of Rock Tunnel, and this is the most important PMC to go into. I do believe it is Super Nerd Tom, yes. Tyrone in the Gen 4 remakes. We have Hidden Power Electric, and the Quick Claw will be fine. Because we can, of course, set up Amnesia against the Pidgeot to begin with. I cannot stand this gym. Alright, I reckon the plan here is to put Earthquake in top spot and hope for the best. We may or may not be seeing 3 Drill. It all depends on where 3 Drill is looking. Don't mess up now, Camerupt. You've got this. It's fine. There we go. Marsh badge in 1:39:41. Let's get on the bike at the correct time, shall we? Into the game we go. I've just realised there's nothing stopping me doing this. Although I think it might be a little slower with the menuing. It does mean that we can heal after Nugget Bridge. Not having some abilities has made the backports harder, but having abilities has made some backports harder as well. I like doing rerouting on the fly just to see what happens. These splits are going to be an absolute lie, by the way. Camerupt does look like a Moomin. You're not wrong there, Necromancy for kids. The splits are going to be a lie. We're saving Misty until later. We'll take on 3 drill now, though. I don't want to risk anything with Misty. Regigigas without slow start would be ludicrously overpowered. Yeah, the Kanto levels aren't great, but Misty does have some very strong special attackers. So we're taking absolutely no risks. I do love changing the routing on the fly. This is why we're holding on to Hidden Power Electric for love and money. Just got to remember that we're doing Nugget Bridge just before red now. Boulder badge, not the Cascade badge. Overbought the max repels this time, but that's absolutely fine. This is the first time I'm going to be doing Misty in this position, and it is throwing me slightly. But I do genuinely think this might be the best play. We are working on Mega Pokemon. We just need to figure out how to get the sprites changing in battle. It's proving to be a bit of a pain in the bum. I know that Snowy said that they were going to have a look at it, because I am stumped with it. Hello, McCargo. Unfortunately, we're doing 552 HP worth of damage to you. The Magmar, the Bumphead Fireduck's not much better. That's 524. We're only doing 398 damage to the Rapidash here. Exactly. Hidden Power is absolutely necessary for a lot of runs. Which is why I allow it. Because, honestly, I don't have the time. And also the idea of editing a 6-hour Magcargo run, for instance. It doesn't fill me with joy. Bit of a difference between the Gen 2 games and the Gen 4 games here. We can, in fact... take on Blue before we have all the other gym badges. Minimize does it in a very weird way. It covers the sprite with a different sprite. We outsped the Gyarados, which is amazing. We have things like... oh, what's the word? Baton Pass and Transform that re-render the sprites in a single turn, so we're trying to pull from that. All of us blue doubters, we've been put to shame. First time blue. Let's now take on Nugget Bridge. We've delayed it as long as possible. Back over to Cerulean. This is so weird. Blue was easier than Janine. Anyone coming in now is going to be very confused because they're going to see 145, they're going to see these splits, and they're going to wonder what the hell has happened to Nugget Bridge and why we're doing it now. Hello in there. It is nice to demonstrate that Kanto is as flexible as you like. We'll have to see how Blastoise goes. We're able to set up 3 Amnesias against the Pikachu, providing he doesn't Charm and just goes for Quick Attack. So that's going to put our special defense at a very high number. I reckon sub 2 hours is absolutely possible at this point. Unless Misty ruins our day. Having the option to defeat the gym leaders in literally any order is fantastic. Charm has a 25% chance to fail, yes. Or he could just not go for it, and that's like an 11% chance. So we do have many different ways that we could get through that first turn. And thank goodness it is only the first turn. Yes, that's the issue with Scarlet and Violet. No level scaling at all. Which is silly, really. If you can get it in Crystal Clear, you can get it in Scarlet and Violet. Just want the extra battle here, because I think that might take us guaranteed over to 67 now. Over to Cerulean we go. We're at full health. And we'll surf over Misty. Let's hope she doesn't surf over us. Golduck's first turns a one-shot with Earthquake. That's absolutely fine. Quagsire is a little bit bulkier, but again, an Earthquake is a one-shot. Here comes Lapras. Lapras doesn't outspeed, and it's a one-shot. It's all about this Starmie. Do we outspeed? Yes, we do. We don't quite get to level 67, which is a little bit annoying. But that's the Cascade badge, and that is our final Cantonian Gym badge. We're now going to take a cheeky little flight over to Pallet Town. Have a little chat with Professor Oak. And then just before taking on Red, we're going to stick on a Repel, and we're going to take on a couple of trainers on this route to get 67. So we'll start off here with Cool Trainer Quinn. She's got the mid-stages, I believe, of the starters. Or no, she's not. That's a lie. She's got a Starmie and an Ivysaur. What a weird team. Now we can TP back to Viridian. And in this instance, it was better to get a couple of the experience from a couple of Pokemon in a battle as opposed to doing a wild encounter. Wrong way, Squidge. Welcome in, Anna Nelson. We are coming towards the end of this Camerupt Backport run. It has been incredibly fun after a tricky start. We reset twice at Rival 1, for God's sake. And let's take the heal. No, we've already healed, haven't we? In which case, Repel on. One battle left. See how we get on. Could be good, could be terrible. We'll find out. I do have a feeling that overconfidence might be coming into play here again. But on paper, this should be quite a good battle. I'd like to live in that house as well. So we're starting off against Pikachu here. Pikachu did Charm, we were expecting that. Just got to find that nice seed where Charm misses. It's a 1 in 4 chance. Because there is absolutely no way in hell we are outspeeding this Pikachu. I'd rather keep the leftovers on as well as opposed to the Quick Claw because we're going to be setting up. Quick Attack's good. Do not Charm on any of the next 3 turns, please. Right, that is that one down. Espeon is next. It's going to be a 2-shot. And it's set up an Earthquake. Okay. So we can pivot to Flamethrower. And there's a crit. Okay. If you want to play it like that, you can play it like that. We'll go up to 70, level 70. See how we do here. I'm doing very well, thank you, Anna. I hope you're doing well as well. And we're back on the Charm Dodge. Next Pokemon I run, I want it to be a quick one so we don't have to do the Charm Dodge. What is with all these crits, Pikachu? For God's sakes. Swift is interesting. So we survive a single Surf with 3 Amnesias. That's good information. I think Espeon's second because of the Mud Slap, maybe? Camerupt is adorable. I should take that into 2-shot range now. Rain Dance Surf is a little bit terrifying, but we survived and we've 2-shot. Right, Snorlax is next. He's probably going to Amnesia. The Reflect has faded. We need to survive a Body Slam without getting paralyzed. Of course, Red. Although another Quick Attack start. Do not Charm in the next 3, please. Right, this is interesting. He's gone straight for Swift. We know we're going to take a lot of damage off the Blastoise regardless. But this turns Snorlax into a potential 2-shot, which is good, because that means that we're on to the Zard next. Wing Attack doesn't do that much damage. We can 2-shot here. This is looking good. The rain should stop. It's taking in Sunlight, but we 1-shot it to get through in 153.12. Oh, that was a nice red battle, actually. Happy with that one. And that is Camerupt. A 153.12. It's a backport and it's a stream. Let's get the leaderboard generated, shall we? Apologies for the typing noises. Oh, I'm very happy with that red one. Under 2 hours as well for a very rocky start. That is really good. Well, let's see where that puts us on the stream-only leaderboard, first of all. That is a very lovely 36th place. I'm happy with that. I think, considering we had such a... I was going to say stocky or slow or rocky, and it came out as stocky. Such a slow start there. We can be very proud of that. And the other thing I want to check is where we are on the full leaderboard. Because that is the question. The answer is who knows, because I can't see it. There we go. On the full leaderboard, we are in 102nd place. Goodness me, have we really done that many runs together? Let's get it in there. I think it would have been very difficult without Amnesia. It's very lucky we had that on the learn set. But of course, there is only one thing for us still to do. Because it's a stream, we are going to return Kenya. Shuckle is in dead last. I will show the full leaderboard after we have returned Kenya. It did beat Arcanine, goodness. Although Arcanine is due for a redo very soon. Where am I going? You'd think after 102 times doing this, I'd know where to get my mail from. Attach mail to Kenya. Kenya, it's been a pleasure working with you for the last couple of hours, but you've got to go home now. Thank you so much for flying me all over the place, and we'll see you again in the next run. And we will hard save here. And with that, we are done. So let's very, very quickly take a look at the full leaderboard, shall we? Page 4 is what we're currently on. Goodness, we have a page 5 now. I haven't planned for a page 5. Do we even have a page 5 here? Oh dear. We're at a point now where my leaderboard is full. I'm going to have to create a page 5. So Shuckle is at the very bottom of a leaderboard page that we don't quite have yet. But on page 1, we do have Zangoose, Zangoose, Girafarig, and Ursaring. We do have Scyther as well. That's not quite made it into this leaderboard yet. And on page 2, we have some more Pokemon. Where's page 2? There it is. This is what page 2 is looking like. You can see Hodgecrow there, getting the exact same time as Celebi, actually. And finally, page 3. This is what page 3 is looking like, and while you take a look at that, I have some people to thank. So it's a very, very big thank you to Gemma Barnes for the gifted membership, to Chilling Lurking for the $2 super chats, to E Starstruck for the 5 gifted memberships, to Anderson for the 10 donation of currency, to Sora Donald Goofy for the $2 as well. It has been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to be off now. I'm going to take the sensible routes here and rest my voice. I will be back hopefully tomorrow. If not, it will be Monday. I'm going to get cracking on this very fun video that I've got coming out hopefully next week, maybe in a couple of weeks' time. In the meantime, have a lovely, lovely rest of your day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon.